What's going on, everyone? Yesterday, basically, I got grilled on my video. A lot of people didn't like what I said about James 2:17. There were some people with some very legitimate questions. One is by Komisarwa. I sympathize with you about not having time. You think it's okay to make claims of fact without evidence to influence the views of others, but when someone requests details, you claim it's a waste of time. Well, I don't have the time, okay? It's not a waste of time. It's a good, legitimate study, appropriate for looking up, but I don't have time to convince people of what I'm saying, okay? I don't have time to go and look up all this information, find out everything, okay? The Council of Nicaea is a very popular subject, and you should go look it up on the internet. There's all sorts of articles, there's all sorts of books, there's got to be, okay? There's got to be. Alright? And if you can't find it, you're just not looking in the right place. Alright? I could probably go Google it right now and find all sorts of stuff on it. You have to understand this is GMP's way of relieving himself of any personal sacrifice in the name of his faith. This is by Yoshi Townsend. Yoshi Townsend. That sounds like a good way to pronounce it. He just wants to say the magic words. His faith is dead. That's why he's so offended by the book of James. Well, I'm not offended by the book of James at all. It's just that if the book of James, okay, really does mean that a person's faith is dead, and I actually do want to cover this one day. I want to read through the Bible scriptures and cover this one day. If the book of James really means that, then there are contradictions in the Bible. Okay, there's no two ways around it. At one point it says no works. At another point it says you gotta have works. Okay, there's no two ways around it. There is a contradiction there if you don't look into the context and if you don't know, if you don't understand what it's saying. The point is that it's not a contradiction. Okay, because whenever you go and look at the James, just as I said yesterday, the book of James is written to believers, people who are already saved. Okay, it's not written to unbelievers, okay, telling them that if you don't have works with your faith, you're not going to go to heaven. You know, you got to have works plus faith, and then you can make it to heaven. That's not what this verse is saying. This verse is saying, okay, you've already got faith. You've already got it. Okay? However, you've got to have works in order so that you can be a good witness to the people around you and help them to get saved as well. You've got to have good works for that. 1 John 3:9 says, whosoever is born of God does not commit sin. I need to go back and watch a couple of my videos, okay? If you are a child of God, and if you are in a state of spiritual fellowship, that explains 1 John 3:9. Okay, if you are a child of God, and you are in a state of spiritual fellowship, meaning you have confessed all of your sin, that means you do not sin. While you are in a state of spiritual fellowship, you aren't sinning. You are in a period where there is no sin running through your heart. You're not committing any physical sins. There is no sin on you, okay, while you are in a state of spiritual fellowship. Go back and watch one of my other videos. I might even include a link to it here. This guy is a sick perversion of the Christian faith, okay? You know a tree by its fruit. This guy is a goat in sheep's clothing. Thanks, Yoshi Townsend. I appreciate that. Hey, you even got a little +1 there for your statement. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to delete these comments. I am for free speech, and I'm just going to let y'all put whatever y'all want, okay? The Apocrypha was accepted by the Council of Nicaea and is still part of the Catholic canon. Where do you get your facts from? Okay, I don't know the details about the Council of Nicaea. Okay, all I know is that the Council of Nicaea, the 66 books that we have today, is a result of the Council of Nicaea. I did not know anything about the Apocrypha still being kept in. I did know that the Catholics still use it. I know the Methodists still use the Apocrypha. You seriously need to take a college-level logic course? I know there are reasons, but I don't know what they are. He's quoting me there. Huh? Are you kidding? Who do you think you are? Jesus himself, obviously. The Bible warns of those like you, wolf in sheep's clothing. No? Hey, it's Jesus. Look, everyone talking about me. whispers and someone called Bellevue quickly. Alright, whatever. What a goat this guy is. Just a snake. That's okay, though. You can put whatever you want on my page. I'm not going to delete it, and I'm not going to disable ratings. Okay? So, alright. If y'all like this video, give it a high rating. If you don't rate it at all. Do me a favor. Y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later, and good night. Bye-bye.